Okay, so let's get to FMDQ Exchange Place in downtown Lagos to get a bit of a sense of how today's trading day is getting started after the two-day public holiday. So let's connect with Samuel Musa, who is a fixed income dealer at FSDH Merchant Bank. Let's get this conversation started on the debt side of the market. Looks like you had a very nice holiday. I can see this very broad smile there. So, Samuel, that's the sign you had. You laid back for 2 days and you're back at the market. So what's your take on the remaining 2 days? Today is the repayment of matured treasuries. What's the size of what you are looking at? Are we expecting any PMA between today and tomorrow from the financial regulator?
Hi, Boston. Good morning. Glad to be on the show again. Well, as you just mentioned, we've been on holiday. The market basically kicked off on a slow pace on Monday, and we could attribute that to the fact that we had these 2 holidays coming in, and you could also attribute that to the fact that we've also seen a reduced amount of flows coming through all markets, especially through the I&E window. We have no PMAs coming up as of the moment, but as of today, we have about 177 billion worth of OMO maturing today. Well, there's expectation that CBN might end up issuing more OMOs today. We don't know yet, but we expect the market to probably really kick off by next week.
Yeah, isn't this enough liquidity on the debt market starting after the holiday? Enough liquidity here?
From the data we've seen so far, there isn't much liquidity. Like I said earlier on, much of the reason why we have seen the market, kick off on a slow pace is, apart from the holiday, we can also attribute it to the fact that we haven't really seen much flows coming since the start of the week.
Okay. So in short, where's the yield curve for the week? Today, tomorrow?
Well, we just expect the market players to trade cautiously between today and tomorrow. We expect things to really probably kick off by next week.
Okay.
I'm guessing everyone is still in a holiday mode.
Yes, and by Wednesday you'll be taking off again, Samuel, for another June 12th public holiday. So
exactly.
So let's cross that bridge when we get there. Thank you very much. Get back to the dealing room and have a great day. Samuel Musa, a fixed income dealer, one of the team at FSDH Merchant Bank, live to us from FMDQ Exchange Place. And if the numbers online is anything to go by, a very nasty start after the public holiday for the Nigerian stock market. The All-Share Index down as we speak about 2.45%, a massive this for the market, 30,170.04, and the NSE 30, which is the basket of the top 30 companies listed on the stock exchange, down a massive 2.22%, and we're still within the first 1.5 hours of trading, less than 2 hours of trading, and the market is bleeding. Temple Ashaju is looking at the blood on the trading floor right now. Temple, what are you seeing these numbers as I'm seeing them right now? Looks very frightening to me to start this holiday. Doesn't look like a very good welcome back.
Agree with you. It doesn't look like a very good welcome, Bosun, but I mean, it is what it is right now. That's what we're seeing in the markets. Dangote Cement is down by more than 2%, 2.07% precisely. And we've seen some huge sell-off in the oil and gas sector as well of the market. Corn oil, for example, is down by almost 10%. NEM Insurance, which is a company that is also looking to raise some capital to fill up the void that was created by the exit of one of its core investors the other time, also has some serious sell down right now. And I see these negative movements and sentiments on these 3 companies as well as responsible at this point for the lack of appetite in the market right now, Bosun.
Yes, Tempo, this is not looking good starting Monday. What's spooking the market? Any idea of where this very sharp decline after the holiday is coming through? Everyone thought that perhaps the holiday, 2-day holiday, will moderate some of those sentiments we had on Monday for most of last week, towards the end of last week, the SEC, Owando, the MTN, and it looks like everyone is just hitting the market left, right, and center, perhaps with the exception of the banks this morning. What else are you seeing here?
I think the point will be that I'll pick on Dangote, for example, which is down by more than 2.07%. Recall that this is a company that is, of course, the largest by capitalization in the market, and it is paying out some 16 naira dividend, I think, any moment from now, and it is for investors who are qualified and have their names, their names appeared on the register of the company up until the 3rd of June. So if your name had appeared in the register of the company up until that period, then since you qualify for dividend and it is going to be paid to you now, you want to move your money to somewhere else. I think that also contributes massively to what we're seeing at this point. And don't forget, this is a company that is highly rated. It's priced at about 200 naira. So by the time you do the valuation, they check the volume of transaction we've seen on this particular company so far today, it will explain the level of depth that we have in the market. So we just have to wait to see what happens between today, Thursday, tomorrow, Friday, and of course Monday next week, because basically we don't really see so much of activities for the greater part of this week. For a lot of folks, investors and traders that have traveled for the public holiday, you don't want to see them returning at this point. Perhaps they will be back by weekend, and then next week, Monday, they will be able to take some much firmer investment decision to see where they can channel their funds to. Bosun.
Yes, Tempo, Forte Oil talking about Dangote's dividend also revised is because of the two-day public holidays. That's 115 kobo special dividend. The closure date was moved from June the 4th to June the 6th, which is today. So Forte Oil is also paying 115 kobo special dividend because of this business restructuring and all that. A lot of big news still coming from Forte Oil and all of that in the next few days. Everyone should be on standby for that. So this would also be part of what is heating the oil and gas space this morning, I think. This is a lot of money.
Yep. Correct, Bosun. Yes, correct. I mean, that's part of the things, part of the drivers that we're seeing in the market, especially affecting that sector. For corn oil, for example, I'm not too sure what is behind the push or the sell down on that side of the market, but this is one company that if you look at the share price over time, it hasn't moved for a long period. I think for the greater part of the month of May, it suffered just a 10% decline or thereabouts, or a little less than 10% decline, and so there hasn't been any movement. So perhaps one major investor somewhere, somehow, is probably selling down to see how he or she can key into some bargain hunting exercise and see where they can channel those funds into. That's one of the key drivers, or negative driver anyways, that is also affecting that sector right now. We are also watching O&O. We haven't really seen any major transaction on O&O so far, or I should say we haven't seen that reflected on the portal of the stock exchange. Perhaps the update hasn't been done, but we're really watching that number to see how investors will react to O&O, knowing that last week, on Monday rather, we got wind of the information that O&O, got some kind of a restriction or an injunction from a High Court, Lagos High Court here, getting the regulators to steer clear its board, and of course all of those sanctions being implemented. So we'll wait to see how investors will react to that today, Bosun. Okay,
Temple, thank you so much. One of the things we're watching moving forward is also the Nigerian Stock Exchange suspending until further notice the new rules governing free floats, which the NSE says was approved on the 6th of May this year by the SEC, was to come into effect on June the 3rd, but the Stock Exchange says it's been suspended until further notice. This is one big story. Why is the NSE suspending these free float guidelines taking off in the marketplace? We'll be all around that for everyone. Thank you, Tempo. Thank you, everyone, for watching here in Nigeria and around the world. Have a great day. I'll see you again in the next 24 hours. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Don't be late.